Have you ever taken a moment to reflect on what truly matters as you grow older, in a world that often places the highest value on wealth and status? Many people tend to overlook the intangible treasures that carry us through life's journey. These include things like good health, inner peace, and the bonds with family. In this video, we'll delve into what I consider to be the three most valuable treasures in old age: health, serenity, and family. By exploring their importance, we can not only enhance our own lives, but also learn how to cherish what endures. Stick with me until the end and discover how embracing these timeless treasures can bring profound happiness and fulfillment. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you find it meaningful. Your support helps me continue sharing these lessons about aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my future videos. If you enjoy this content, please comment "healthy life," and if you don't, comment "unhealthy" to help me improve. Now, let's begin. First, the most valuable asset is undoubtedly health. Not long ago, I came across a thought-provoking passage online that resonated with me deeply, especially as I find myself stepping into the often overwhelming phase of middle age. Over time, I've come to realize how crucial our health is, particularly when trying to juggle life's many responsibilities. For example, the pressure of paying off a mortgage often led me to work long hours, sacrificing much-needed rest and personal care. One day, while standing in front of the mirror, I noticed something alarming. My neck felt stiff, and my back had developed an unhealthy curve. At that moment, a wave of introspection swept over me. I began to question if the relentless pursuit of financial stability was worth the toll it was taking on my well-being. One of the most thought-provoking comments I read in a post on this topic really stuck with me. Any money earned at the cost of your health is not worth it in the long run. This statement perfectly captures a deep truth. Health truly is our most valuable asset. So often we get swept up in the hustle and bustle of our daily routines, forgetting that time is fleeting. Whether we're rich or poor, we all face the same inevitable fate. We will one day return to dust. While wealth can offer some comforts, it becomes utterly meaningless without a healthy body to enjoy it. Take the example of Ginga, a prominent figure in Chinese literature, who endured a long struggle with illness. He shared that he suffered from hepatitis in his 30s and remained unwell for nearly 2 decades. In his younger years, he never imagined the profound impact that chronic illness would have on him. The illness caused him to isolate himself from his loved ones. He was so cautious that he would even avoid touching doors with his hands and would burn incense to ward off insects, fearing they might transmit the virus to others. After his recovery, he made a conscious choice to prioritize his health. He decided never again to stay up late, to eat healthier foods, and to stop obsessing over his salary. Instead, he focused on managing his blood pressure and cholesterol, placing a higher value on his health than on his career achievements. As his students began to enter university, he saw this as an expression of filial piety, understanding that when our children maintain their health, they are better able to connect with their loved ones. Good farmland may provide us with sustenance, and a grand house may offer shelter. But in the end, the most important thing is not wealth or status, it's health. If you're still with me and finding these insights helpful, please comment "healthy life" below to let me know. Thank you for your time. Next, the most precious cultivation is serenity. The renowned philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once made a striking observation about human existence, noting that life is often a complicated bundle of desires. According to Schopenhauer, unfulfilled desires lead to suffering, and even when those desires are satisfied, the fulfillment is often fleeting, replaced by a sense of emptiness or boredom. Life, it seems, moves between these two states, pain and boredom. The key to avoiding this cycle lies in cultivating serenity. Serenity isn't something you can simply buy or achieve overnight. It comes from within, through the practice of managing one's desires, learning to live in the moment, and finding peace amidst life's chaos. This inner peace allows us to let go of the constant need for more possessions, more recognition, more achievements, and embrace what is already present in our lives. In old age, serenity becomes even more essential. It's the calm acceptance of what is, rather than the anxious striving for what isn't. This doesn't mean abandoning ambition or giving up on life's goals, but rather finding the balance between effort and relaxation, between ambition and contentment. When we achieve this balance, we experience the peace that comes with letting go of unrealistic expectations and focusing on what truly matters. Lastly, the most lasting treasure is family. At every stage of life, relationships with family and loved ones become increasingly important. In our youth, we may prioritize career, wealth, or social status, but as we age, it's the bonds with those we hold dear that provide the most joy and comfort. The love of family offers a sense of stability, security, and connection that no amount of money can buy. As we grow older, our relationships with family members become even more precious. The time we spend with them, the shared memories, and the unconditional support all form the foundation of a fulfilling life. It's in these moments, more than anything else, that we find true happiness. In conclusion, as we age, we come to understand that health, serenity, and family are the treasures that truly sustain us. By nurturing these aspects of our lives, we enrich not only our own experience, but also the lives of those around us. I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on these timeless treasures and to appreciate the quiet power they hold in your own life. Boredom can create an unrelenting cycle that seems endless, often leading to a sense of discouragement. However, the true essence of life lies in our ability to rise above this cycle, finding peace and tranquility within ourselves. This inner calm remains unshaken, no matter how chaotic or unpredictable the world around us becomes. There is a powerful lesson in Zen that demonstrates this wisdom, encapsulated in the story of a Zen master and his beautiful garden. The garden, full of vibrant flowers, served as a perfect representation of nature's beauty. When autumn arrived, the garden underwent a significant transformation. Some flowers continued to thrive, their colors bright and captivating, while others began to wither, their petals fading. Among the Zen master's disciples, there were differing perspectives on this change. One disciple, deeply moved by the blooming flowers, found beauty in their vivid colors and the fresh scent that filled the air. Another disciple, however, was drawn to the withering flowers, appreciating their faded elegance and somber beauty. Yet there was a third disciple who saw both sides of the transformation, recognizing beauty in the flourishing blooms as well as in the graceful decline of those that had faded. The third disciple's view caught the Zen master's attention. The master admired the disciple's understanding, for it showed a deeper insight into life itself. The master knew that those who only appreciate the blooming flowers would eventually suffer when they inevitably withered. Similarly, those who only find fascination in the fading flowers would miss the joy and vitality that the blossoming flowers bring. Both perspectives were narrow and incomplete. The master taught that life, like the garden, involves cycles of growth and decay. The beauty of life is found in appreciating every phase, whether it is the vibrant life of blooming flowers or the quiet grace of those that fade. True wisdom comes from embracing all aspects of existence. A person who cultivates inner peace does not let themselves become overly attached to success or defeated by failure. They maintain a balanced, calm mindset, unaffected by external circumstances. Such individuals live with detachment, cherishing the present moment without becoming overly attached to fleeting outcomes. By appreciating each experience, whether joyous or sorrowful, they can find peace in the constant flow of life. A peaceful mindset is the foundation of a life well lived. The teachings emphasize that true peace comes when we release ourselves from the binary of good and bad, right and wrong, allowing ourselves to simply be. There are parts of life that cannot be changed, and learning to accept these things is essential to peace of mind. Life is short, and it is not worth spending time in anger or frustration over trivial matters or unworthy causes. Instead, one should strive to live a simple, uncluttered life, focusing on what truly matters. By minimizing unnecessary desires and attachments, we can protect our inner calm, regardless of the external forces that may try to disrupt it. When faced with challenges, it becomes even more important to stabilize our emotions and maintain a peaceful mindset. By doing so, we can better navigate life's difficulties, growing stronger in the process. Embracing serenity is not just a way to survive hardship, but to thrive within it, finding beauty and peace in every moment, no matter how it appears on the surface. The journey towards peace also involves recognizing the value of our connections. True support often comes from the bonds we share with others, especially our loved ones. One beautiful story demonstrates this idea vividly. In a vast, serene mountain range, a group of antelopes lived peacefully, grazing on lush grasses and enjoying the warmth of the sun. Their world was calm, their lives free from worry. However, their tranquility was suddenly shattered when a group of hunters invaded their territory. The antelopes, sensing danger, fled in panic, scattering in every direction to avoid capture. In their flight, they reached the edge of a steep cliff. The gap on the other side was far too wide to leap across, leaving the antelopes trapped in a perilous situation. Faced with this life-threatening predicament, the antelopes came together and devised a plan. They decided to form pairs, with older, more experienced antelopes teaming up with younger ones. The strategy was simple, but ingenious. The young antelope would make the first leap, and at the peak of the jump, the older antelope would act as a steady platform, allowing the young one to push off and reach the safety of the other side. As the plan unfolded, it became clear that a profound sacrifice was being made. The older antelopes, fully aware of the risk they were taking, understood that their role was vital to the survival of the younger members of the group. This story of sacrifice and unity exemplifies the power of family ties and support during difficult times. Just as the older antelopes acted as a support for the younger ones, we too must recognize the importance of leaning on those who care for us during times of crisis. By working together and supporting one another, we can navigate life's challenges with strength and resilience. In both the peaceful wisdom of the Zen master and the cooperative efforts of the antelopes, we see the same principle at work: the power of balance, unity, and acceptance. By embracing all parts of life, the flourishing and the withering, the joy and the sorrow, and by supporting those around us, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. The path to a truly meaningful life involves finding serenity in the face of life's constant changes and recognizing that no phase of existence, whether bright or dark, is ever without its own unique beauty. In a world filled with countless distractions and pursuits, there are certain things that stand as pillars, unwavering and true. One of these things is the selfless sacrifices family members make for one another. These actions speak volumes about the depth of love and the lengths to which we are willing to go to ensure the survival and well-being of those we hold dear. There's a story of incredible sacrifice that illustrates this truth, where one by one, family members fell into the valley below, ensuring the next generation would carry on. This act of love highlights the extraordinary measures people will take to protect their loved ones, teaching us that the most meaningful support we can find often comes from the very family we are a part of. Wang Sha, a renowned philosopher, once reflected on his journey through life. He spoke about the overwhelming sea of relationships he felt entangled in during his younger years. The joys and troubles of those around him seemed to merge with his own, creating a complex web of emotions. Yet, as he entered middle age, he realized something profound. The only constant in his life had been his family. Though many things in this world can be achieved through hard work and perseverance, the love and support of family is a gift that cannot be earned. It is bestowed by fate. The true beauty of these bonds lies not in their perfection, but in their unwavering nature. Whether in times of abundance or struggle, whether we stand victorious or face failure, family is the one constant that stands by us, offering care and concern, expecting nothing in return. This thought reminds me of a poignant story I once came across. It was about a mother who had been diagnosed with a terminal illness, but instead of burdening her daughter with the truth, she kept it a secret for 3 long years. During this time, the daughter faced the overwhelming challenges of motherhood alone, dealing with her newborn's frequent illnesses while also managing a demanding job and an absent husband. She reached out to her mother for support, but her mother's responses were distant and indifferent. Meanwhile, the mother, suffering in silence, shared moments of joy with her husband, crafting a facade of happiness on social media. This painful contrast slowly built a rift between the two, leaving the daughter feeling abandoned and resentful. The mother's condition deteriorated quietly, and it wasn't until the mother was nearing death that the daughter received the call to come home. By the time she arrived, it was too late to say goodbye. However, she was left with something precious. Dozens of hand-knitted sweaters made for her daughter's child, each one representing the love and care the mother had always wanted to give, but had withheld for fear of adding to her daughter's burdens. The father revealed that the mother had wanted her daughter to develop resilience and independence, and so she had chosen to carry the weight of her illness alone. The philosopher Mencius once wisely said that the greatest act of filial piety is to honor one's parents. The love within a family is the most selfless form of affection. Unlike others who may betray or abandon us, family members stand by our side, never belittling us or turning their backs when we need them most. Throughout our lives, we will meet many people who will shape our experiences. But it's important to remember that while friends may drift apart and lovers may part ways, family remains constant. In times of hardship, it is family that provides a foundation of unwavering support, lifting us when we fall, helping us through our darkest moments. As we continue our journey through life, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of wealth, fame, or status. However, over time we come to realize that these pursuits often leave us feeling empty, as though we've been chasing something that was never truly fulfilling. The most precious treasures in life are those that cannot be measured in terms of money or material success. Once lost, no amount of regret or longing can bring them back. As the philosopher Schopenhauer once said, "Wealth is like seawater. The more you drink, the thirstier you become." True fulfillment lies not in accumulating riches, but in nurturing those connections that enrich our lives and provide us with the strength to face challenges. In life, we must ask ourselves what truly matters. In our youth, we often chase after things that seem important: money, recognition, success. But as time passes, we begin to understand that these are fleeting. The relationships, the love, the support we share with others, that is the foundation upon which a meaningful life is built. These connections are what sustain us, what make us strong, and what we will carry with us to the end of our days. So, as you reflect on this journey, I encourage you to consider the treasures in your own life. Cherish the health that allows you to live fully, the serenity that keeps your mind at peace, and the family ties that provide the deepest kind of support. Remember that these are the things worth pursuing and nurturing, for they will bring you more fulfillment than anything money can buy. If this video has inspired you in any way, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to implement in your life? Share it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's embrace these invaluable treasures and grow wiser with each passing day. Stay with us, and let's continue to explore the deeper meanings of life together. See you in the next video.